Hello friends, welcome to kodEdge. In this lecture, we are going to understand the basic fundamentals of Spring AI. So let's get started. So first understand what is OpenAI. OpenAI is an artificial intelligence research and development company. It develops advanced AI models and it is a platform provider that give access to those models through API. So OpenAI has created several AI systems like GPT, which having model like GPT-3, GPT-4 and so on, which can understand and generate the human-like text. Next is a DAL-E. This is an AI model that generates image from the text prompts. Next is a Whisper, which is for the speech to text model. And Codex is a model that understands and generates the code. So what is OpenAI API? The OpenAI API is a web-based interface that allows users to access OpenAI's AI model from their own application. So instead of building and training AI model by yourself, which require huge dataset and computing power, you simply send request to the OpenAI API and it gives you back the generated response. Now let's understand what is LLM. So it is a type of artificial intelligence model that has been trained on massive amount of text data to understand and generate the human-like language. So these are the LLMs like Llama, Falcon, Mistral AI, and the list goes on. What these models can do? This model can answer the question, generate the text, summarize the documents, translate between the languages, classify the text, power chatbots and virtual assistants. Now, if you want to see all the list of all the LLM models, so you can go to this website, that is olama.com/library, and even you can run the LLM models locally on your system. So let's go to this website and let's see the available LLM models. So let's go to the olama.com/library. So here you can see all the available models. Let's go in one of the model. And you can see all the available versions for this model. So this version available in the form of parameter size. So it has 8 billion, 70 billion and 405 billion parameter size. And based on this parameter size, this is the size of model. Now let's understand what features Spring AI provides. So Spring AI provides abstraction to integrate with multiple LLMs. So these abstractions have multiple implementations, enabling easy component swapping with the minimal code changes. So let's understand the key feature provided by the Spring AI. The first is a model abstraction. So every AI service like OpenAI, Azure OpenAI, etc. has different APIs. So Spring AI provides a common interface like chat model, image model, embedding models. So this makes it vendor neutral. So you can switch from OpenAI to Azure OpenAI without rewriting all your code. Next is a prompt engineering. So prompt is an input to the LLM like instruction or context. So Spring AI provides prompt template to help parameterize these prompts like using placeholders. Next is the output parsing. So LLM return text by default, but often you want to structure your data in the form of JSON or POSOs, right? So Spring AI provides output parsers to map LLM response into the typed Java object. Next is the advisor. So Spring AI advisor provide a flexible and powerful way to intercept, modify, and enhance AI-driven interaction in your Spring application. So it is similar to the Spring AOP filters. Next is the embedding. So embeddings are the numerical vector representation of text, image, or videos that capture the relationship between the input. So it is used for the semantic search, clustering, and retrieval augmented generation, which is also called as a RAG. So don't worry if you don't understand. I will be creating a separate video on this topic soon. Next is a RAG, which is also called as a retrieval augmented generation. So this is a technique to augment an LLM with your own knowledge base. In simple word, this is a kind of you are providing your own context, which will get stored in the vector DB. Then you can ask question to the model. Then model will give answer based on the provided context. So don't worry, this is also a separate topic on which I am going to create a dedicated video. Next is a tooling. So tool calling, also known as a function calling. Large language model, that is LLM, are frozen after the training, leading to the stale knowledge, and they are unable to access or modify the external data or real-time data. So this feature enables LLM to interact with and invoke the external tools or API within the Spring application. Next is the tokens. So when input is given to the model, they convert words into the token. And when the model returns a response, they convert it back from the token to the words. So number of tokens in your input and output directly impact the cost of using an AI model. So cloud providers and model API typically charges based on this token usage. So Spring AI provides mechanism to track and manage this usage. So last is a Spring Boot support. So by Spring Boot, you get the Spring Boot auto configuration, observability using the micrometer metrics, logs, tracing, reactive API support for both blocking and reactive programming. Now let's do an OpenAI account setup. After that, we will create our first API to use the chat model. Now let's search for the Spring initializer, and here we'll create the Spring project. So I will be using Gradle as a build system. Let me give the group, and this will be our project name. Okay, let's add the dependency. So first dependency will be for the web, and second dependency will be for the open API. Okay, so you can use this OpenAI dependency, and let's generate the project. So let me open this project into the IntelliJ. Okay, so our project is getting initialized. Till the time what we will do, we'll create a OpenAI account. So let's go back to the browser and just search for the OpenAI account. So I have already created the account in the OpenAI. If you want to create an account, just click on this sign up option. So let me log in into the OpenAI account. Now once you log in, just click on the API and here search for the API key. So here we will create the secret key to access the APIs. So click on the create a new secret key. Give the name as per your requirement. So I'm giving as a demo key. Select the default project and let's create the secret key. Just copy this key and let's go back to the project. Okay, let's open the application.properties. And here we will add one property to specify the key. So that is Spring AI OpenAI API -key. And let's use the key that we have generated in the account. So just copy this key and specify here. So normally on the production grade application, you should not specify the key in the application itself. You can use the wallet or you can specify this key in the environment variables. So this is just a demo application. That's why I'm specifying the key directly into the application properties. Now next what we'll do, we will just create a new controller. So let me create a class that will be LLM controller. Let's annotate this class with the REST controller. And let me create the first API, which will be get mapping. I'm just giving a dummy path. Let's say demo. Let me create a method and it will accept the parameter. And I'm giving parameter name as a question. Okay, so you can give any name as per your requirement, and this method will return the response from the model. Now next what we'll do, we'll require to create object for the chat client. Okay, so let's create a new instance variable that will be private final, and this chat client we are going to initialize. So let me initialize this with the help of constructor. Okay, let me move this at the top. Now here chat client object will not get created like this using the Spring auto wiring. To create the chat client object, we'll require to use the builder. So let's use the builder. So just write here builder and here just write the dot build. Now using this, it will create the ChatClient object. Now let's use this ChatClient to call the LLM. So I'm just removing this return, and we will directly return ChatClient dot prompt dot user, to which we will pass our question that we will receive from the API. And let's call the LLM model, and let's return the content. Okay, let's return the string. So it will be in the form of string. And let's run our application. Okay, so our application is started. So let's go back to the browser and let's call our API. So URL will be localhost colon 8080 slash demo question mark. And what is the parameter name? That will be question. And question I'm asking as a, let's say, give me list of LLM. You can see we got the response from the LLM model. Okay. One more thing, if you go to the application.properties, we have not specified the model, which model we have to use in the application. So by default, Spring AI uses the GPT-4o mini model as of now. But in case if you want to specify the particular model, you can specify this property, that is Spring AI OpenAI chat option model. And here you can specify the model name like GPT-3.5, like this, whatever the model as per your requirement. But if you don't specify the model, it will by default use the GPT-4o mini model. Okay, so we have successfully integrated the LLM using the simple REST API. So in this lecture, we just saw the overview which Spring AI provides. So I am going to create a series of lectures on the individual topics. So that's it for this lecture. Thanks for watching the video.